Hi everyone, this is Wen. Today is October 21st, 2021. Hope everybody have a great week. As you can see, I will again update my research progress since the past week. Here is a Gantt chart of the progresses. As you can see, I still work on 3 items mainly, and in the past week, I mainly work on the first 2 items. The first one is a journal version paper. The progress is about 5%. The second item is an workflow website integration, and the estimated progress is about 10%. So let's talk about the second item first. So before that, let's review a little bit the progress we have been made in the last meeting. So before, we had some bugs and issues that prevent us to run the end workflow in the website. But until last week, we are able to successfully construct any end workflow in the website and run them in the local GPU. So the result will be returned as a JSON format and can be clicked, and as a pop-up window shows like this. So in the result, we include the layer architecture and saved model. So as we discussed, maybe the user are more interested in something more, for example, like the training cost at every 100 epoch, etc. So that is one thing we've worked in the past week. So we will update that soon. So the first thing or first update is that I discovered one bug. That is also the bug that prevents us to do the live demo during our last meeting. So that prevents us to run the end workflow in local GPU. So the bug is actually downloading the DLL files every time, regardless the DLL may already exist. So when we try to run the end workflow, if the downloading is not complete, there is an error will pop up. So that was exactly the issue we met last time during the meeting. So right now, whenever we downloading or whenever we run the end workflow, we'll make sure there is a delay to make sure the downloading is completed, as well as we will eliminate the redundant downloading if the DLLs already exist. So maybe I can do another live demo to show you how it works at this moment. If we run this on the server, and you will see, okay, that is something. Okay, let me try it again. Yeah, that's something abnormal. Haven't. What happened? This is something new. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Wrong link. That is a JSON. I run it on the server, so that is for sure will not work. Okay, so let's get back to the login, and after the login, we're able to see all the workflows. And here is the one we're going to run. So if we click the run button, and we are able to select one of the environment, that is local NVIDIA GPU, and we can click submit and successfully run. And if we take a look at the console, and we will see that it's actually start running. And as you can see, the epochs is increasing, and we have epoch 0, epoch 100, and soon you will see 200. So let's give it some time to run before we move next item. So as you can see, the cost is decreasing all the time. And by the way, the cost is a loss over a certain amount of data sample. So if we talk about the loss, that is for specific data point or data record, maybe a row of data, and we can get a loss. But if we average maybe every 100 of rows, and that will get us the cost. So this is different. So as you can see, the cost is decreasing all the time, so that is a good sign. And what we have is the device information. We also have the architecture to construct the new network. So I think it will run 1,000 epochs, so it's quite soon to near the close. So yeah, as you can see right now, it has completed the work. So if we get back to the website, if we click the value, and we will see, I think there is some shadow, so let's click it again. Okay, so now we have more information. That's what we have been discussed from the past week. So firstly, we have the device information. So which device you're working on. Maybe everybody will be different because you have different NVIDIA GPU in your computer. And the second thing is that we have the saved model that is same as the previous version. And the third item is that we have the testing accuracy. So this is something we don't have in the last version. And also we have the training cost at every 100 epoch. For example, like the 0, we have 0.56. At 100 epoch, we have 0.5, 0.46. So you can see the cost is decreasing all the time. So that is good sign, means we actually learn something. So this is something I've been working on during the past week. So as you can see, the second item, we add more information on the CUDA side to return to the Java side in the past week. So information includes a device info, saved model, testing accuracy, and training cost at epoch. So this is something I've been working on during the past week, and they have been done. So I also made a video about the implementation details on the Overflow web bench code explain. So I tried to explain the most important thing in the implementation of the web version. So I think that will be a good start to keep to refresh your memories time from time, as well as if you're interested, you're free to watch this video and get some idea about how this web version is implemented. I also worked on the journal version of the paper we just submitted, which is a DLAAW. So I was thinking about to lay out some outlines which will be the new items or new content in this paper. For example, we can have the Java side class diagram and to have the implementation detail on the Java side, as well as on the CUDA side where we will have a class diagram and implementation details. And also we can include the web version implementation details, demo, and outputs in the coming paper. So I'm thinking about maybe we can have another paper after the journal 1, because I'm also going to work on the workflow executor. So I'm trying to reuse a trained workflow model on a new data set. So that is, without the training process, we can reuse the trained model, for example, like the JSON file return from a trained model, and we can reuse that on a new data set. And also I'm thinking about to incorporate that part as a sub workflow in a larger workflow, a larger regular workflow. So for example, we can have this workflow executor as a sub workflow. Whenever you have some new data, you can feed into this larger workflow, and this part will output some prediction, and this prediction will be flow through the entire workflow. So I think that's one of the idea. So yeah, I think that's maybe the pretty much about today's updates, and thank you so much for your time and hope you enjoy the video. Until next time, happy coding.